Episode 18 of Bazooka Kickboxing series. We're still talking about building combinations. This is part 4 of building these combinations. Last episode we talked about punch to kick combinations, which everyone tends to throw. It tends to be the most popular. But ones that I love to throw, and one of the most popular at Bazooka Kickboxing, is throwing our kick first, then follow our punches. It actually changes the rhythm, changes the pace of the fight. And as soon as you hit someone with a kick, they tend to post up, and that's the perfect time to throw your punches. So this episode is going to be about kicks to punches. One of the keys to throwing kick to punch combinations is our footwork, and I really want to show how I set my feet after the kick in order to get the best punching power. I'm going to show you the wrong way that people tend to do it at first, and what happens, you're always taught to start and end the kick from the same position in the back foot. So a lot of times you kick and you bring your foot back long. The problem with this now, I have no punching power. I need to step. So the mistake people make is they step again and they end up in this ridiculously long stance where they're open to counter punching. So what I'm going to tell you to do, the focus of the kick to punch is to get power into punches. The kick is to stop your opponent. So for example, if Troy's walking in, boom, I stop him, and now I want to finish with my punches. So that's the key. So what I'm going to do is I kick. I'm not going to bring my foot as back. I'm going to say about 3/4 of the way back. So I'm starting here, I kick, and I bring it a little bit closer to my opponent. This way, I now have a push-off point in order to step and get power, and I'm in a good power stance in my footwork and in my legs. If I'm too long, I got no power, no rate transfer in my foot, and watching the earlier episodes, you know that's a big mistake. So let's put it all together. Okay, Troy Sheridan here. I was going to be using the pads. Kick to punch, again, this is the ones we like to throw. Let's start with a kick, and we're going to follow with a hook cross, which is the basic to the kick punch combination. So one of the easiest ways for the kick punch combination is to throw the left hook after. That is one of our favorites because you can follow out another round kick again or a right straight. Uppercut cross. Hook cross. Uppercut cross. Okay, we're going to do straight punches now. Troy's a tall fighter. Straight punches are good to keep range. Kick, jab, cross. Okay, let's mix in our left kick, straight right. Kick, hook, cross, cross, hook. Okay, there you have it, the basis to kick punch combinations. Now we're going to use more of an intermediate drill where I'm going to kick Troy's leg and follow with little mitts. We're going to build in the same combinations this way, just a different way of drilling. So yeah, let's start.
Jab cross. Jab cross. Uppercut cross. Hook cross. Hook cross. Uppercut. Jab cross.
Okay, let's go left kicks.
Cross. Again.
Troy is a taller fighter who really likes to use his knees. Same thing with the kick. Troy's just gonna actually lead with his knee, then follow his hands. So he's gonna fire knee to hands, both sides. Same concept on the long bag, but I'm gonna start changing levels again, mixing up heights with my punches and my kicks, all focused on kick to punch. We're just gonna make this a little intermediate style, advanced drilling. Troy and I are just gonna stand there with a simple style defense, and we're gonna touch our targets, mixing our kicks to punches. So one key point I want to mention while we're here is make sure we're stepping. As you see, as I step with my kick, I punch and I exit out. Build in exits to the attack. Okay, so we're going to discuss some common mistakes. First common mistake is throwing each individual technique incorrectly. Watch the series, learn how to throw each properly, and then it'll build in combinations a lot quicker and a lot better. Second one is not having control of your feet. After you throw that first strike, which is our kick, if you bring your foot too long, your stance is going to end up way too long. So make sure when you kick, you return it not as far back this way you can push off and get power in your punches. Big mistake people make. And again, make sure while you're throwing your techniques, everything in your hand position is kept nice and tight. You don't want to start wailing your hands and be open for counter punches. Stay defensive and stay powerful. There you go, episode 18 of the Bazooka Kickboxing series. Episode 4 within the Bazooka Building Combination series, kick to punch combinations. Focus on that footwork. If you're kicking and your stance is too long, there's no power in the punch. Remember that 3/4 rule, I'm going to call it. Bring that back foot about 3/4, push off, that'll give you more power in your punches. The leg kick stops them, the punch finishes. Hope you enjoy the series and we'll see you next week.